jumped aboard the Lombardia to head home after being away on a long job. Nice to meet you.
Adult Christian. Dogi, you made it.
Of course I did. I'm totally fine. It's gonna take more than some giant tentacles and a sinking ship to kill me. After the attack, I grabbed hold of some floating debris and rode the current till I washed up here.
What's the matter, Dana? Father. People are... I can't tell who's talking. People are coming to this valley. Oh no. Another vision then. I did it! Look everyone, see what I, caught. I mean, I'm just so surprised that I was able to catch one. Not bad, you're pretty good for a beginner. I think you two get real potential. Lacrimosa of Dana. But how should I prepare them? We don't got much to work with in terms of seasoning. We'll have to make do with the natural flavors of the catch. In that case, I'll whip up some fish soup. As for cooking utensils, I'll just have to whittle some wood and use that. Make sure you don't chuck the bones. We can use them to make a hearty broth. Oh, great idea. Do you know how to cook too? I'm decent at it, I guess. Oh, I see. You don't know how to cook, Laxia? Well, I guess it's not that surprising. Sorry, I'm just used to servants preparing my meals. And this is a great opportunity. The recipe for the soup is so simple anyone can follow it. Why not use it to practice your cooking? How considerate of you. Thank you. Here we go, getting the recipes. Oh, God. I am stuffed. What do you think, Laxia? Is your stomach finally full? Yes, thank you. I was wondering how we feed ourselves on this island, but I guess that won't be of any issue for us. Now then, Mr. Christian, we should begin our search for other survivors. Ah, that's right. You better get a move on, Adol. But before you head out, you might want to check in with Captain Barbaros. Good idea. He just came back, so I know he's around here somewhere. Sorry I can't be more specific. We wouldn't be in this mess if another ship saw all the smoke and came to rescue us. From what the captain tells me, though, we shouldn't count on that happening. Anywho, I better get to work. The captain just got back. He said he found something funny. Well, I'm sure he's nearby. You should go look for him. Okay. Wait.
Here we go.
Can I? There. No. Oh, it bounced.
Good.
Nice. Ah, up here.
Oh, that's...
Good morning, everyone.
Morning! Morning!
Huh? That bird just talk at us?
It appears to be some sort of parrot.
It seems awfully domesticated. It does, though I suspect it's simply unafraid of people, having lived his entire life on this deserted island. I thought he could prove useful if I taught him some simple words to use. Oh, I see. He's pretty smart for a bird. Indeed. He has already learned basic greetings, so I suspect he comes from good stock. He needs a name, though. Speaking of words, my daughter just started talking on her own too.
Oh, that's sweet.
Wait, you're what?
You have a daughter.
Huh? Of course I do. And let me tell you something, little lady. My wife, she's every bit the beauty you are.
Really? For some reason, I'm very curious to meet her.
Yeah. Well, if we want to get out of here alive, you can all come and meet my family. Not many outsiders come to visit, so it'll be a real treat for them.
I'll keep that in mind.
You got any little ones, Captain?
Yes, actually. A young daughter, just like you.
Yeah, well, I'll be damned. Sounds like we'll both get one hell of a good reason to get out of here alive.
Indeed we do. By the way, Adol, there's something I'd like to share with you before you go.
We'll need a wide variety of materials to finish building Castaway Village, but Dogi and I will never be able to gather all the materials we need on our own. So I'd like you to help us by gathering the materials we'll need while you explore.
That shouldn't be a problem.
Materials for building a village, huh? So stuff like wood and stone.
Actually, what we'll need will vary depending on what we want to build. So I've come up with a bulletin board system. That way people can write down what we need. If you need anything specific, just write it in here for all to see.
Got it.
We should check the bulletin board whenever we return to village then.
Yeah. That's all for now. Please continue your search for any castaways. I'm counting on you.
Exploration mid. Oh no, exploration, not exploration. Okay. Sturdy lumber. Okay. Oh, do I not? Wait, they're in wait, hold on. Hold up. Is there really not? Oh, thank God, there's a quest thing. Building beds.
About that. I plan on building beds for us to use in the dorm. I was wondering if you could find 3 pieces of sturdy lumber for me. Of course, there's no rush. Let me know if you find them.
Let's see. You didn't make much progress.
We'll have a better idea about what village facilities we'll want as we continue to collect materials. We need a fresh water source and a symbolic yet practical structure. I think I'll have to talk it over with Dogi. Oh, you're gonna accept my request? Perfect, let me explain it to you. Alright, my request has to do with the warehouse here. As you can see, all the materials we collect are stockpiled here. We have an exchange system in place, but some materials run out faster than others, especially materials dropped by beasts. It's hard to maintain our stock when some items are used more often than others. Think you can help me replenish our stock? Of course I'll help. I knew you'd help me out, buddy. Judging by our current inventory, I only need a couple of specific things. I'll need 12 murky mucus and 8 white bones more than anything else. If you bring me those, I think our storage situation will be okay. Think you can get those items for me? Thanks a ton. When you got all the materials, make sure you bring them in to me instead of dropping them off here. Catch you later, Adol. Looks like you collected all the materials I wanted. Thanks, buddy. I think I'll reorganize the storage area next. Thanks to you, our stock of beast materials has been replenished. Now that there's more to offer in exchange for rare materials. Take this for a job well done. Good stuff, huh? When I'm feeling bored, I like to go out and flex my hunting muscles for a bit. Anyway, feel free to use the warehouse as much as you want. I'm counting on you, Dogi.
Yeah!
Right back at you, buddy. Just leave all this to me.
We did it!
It's not a huge difference yet, but this place is definitely developing. Captain Barbarous is a great help, so I think we'll do just fine. Okay. I just need to make sure I look out for that sturdy lumber. Now that we're full, why don't we get going soon? There might be other castaways, so let's hurry and find them. It'll be bad news for him if that nasty beast shows up. It seems we're going to live like this for a time being. Everyone seems to be surprisingly reliable. Even Sahad is making good use of his specialty. I didn't say anything. Mr. Kristen, are you ready to depart? Let's hurry and locate other survivors. Alright, let's go. So where should we start looking for other castaways? Didn't Dogi say something about seeing someone nearby? My word, were you not paying attention? Sorry. Mr. Kristen, you remember where we're supposed to go, don't you? Let's head south. Very good. However, that's just common sense. Dogi told us that he saw footprints on the shore to the south. We should consult our maps as we proceed, so we don't get lost along the way. Yeah. Let's go. I mean, you say south, but do I want to go south? You know, I didn't say I wanted to save, but like, when did I last save? Not that long ago. So I should go south, yeah. So like... Yeah, but wouldn't that make me just want to go back that way? Because there was no other path over here. No. There is a path around here somewhere. Wasn't there a blocked off area somewhere down there? Yeah. I don't think that's blocked anymore over there. So let's go over there. I just want to make sure. I'd say.
Well, you slimy ladies. Boy, am I glad I ran into you kids. I thought I was all alone again.
I tell you, every time I go and report something, that's when I get like important texts or stuff that I should worry about.
Could you please be quiet? Fisherman, some monsters.
Ow, why am I taking such strong hits? I need to... Hold on. You can't actually use the water for anything. At least sit here and maybe get some health back. Yeesh. This is gonna take forever to recharge. Yeah, now it's speeding up. Why couldn't you just do that from the start? There. Imagine trying to recharge your entire full health.
Alright!
Okay. Let's go get a fish.
Today? This is pretty good.
There we go. That'll do for now. See, that thing's still there. But Dogi sang coming over here. My word. Huh, looks like this big tree is blocking our way. I don't think we can go around it. So we just gotta get this thing out of the way, so we can head over on the other side, yeah? By we, are you including me?
Nah, you just sit tight, Lixia. Me and Ada will handle this.
Pow! Red one! Pow! Adol!
Huh? Hey,
Huh?
little lady, knock off with that weird voice.
It wasn't me. The voice came from up above.
Wait a minute. Ain't that the parrot the captain was teaching to talk?
Indeed it is. I wonder, were you given a name at all?
Name? My name is Little Pero.
Pero, huh?
Wow, that bird talks good.
Little Para. So, that's your name.
Little Pero. Messenger.
Messenger? What's it talking about?
Messenger. Tell you a lot.
I think it might be trying to say messenger.
I tell get treats.
Tell what?
Huh? It just flew away.
Apparently it needs more training to be a proper messenger.
Oh well. Come on, Adol, let's get to work.
Yeah. It does actually look kind of moved.
Hey, Adol!
Look. Little Pero sent you to help us? Yeah, more or less. He's already proving very useful. In situations like this where long-distance communication is needed, he'll be invaluable.
Gotta admit, I'm pretty surprised. Nice work, little guy.
My Pero voice.
I tell everything. You thank me. Now give me food.
Considering that the captain has been training him, he's surprisingly rude.
Zahad salty. Lixia, scary. Huh?
I think he might have picked up on some new words while I was talking to him. I better be more careful or we'll relay a message that I didn't mean to send. Perhaps we should all be mindful of that. Yeah. Anyways, that tree that's giving you guys trouble, Adol? Actually, it hasn't moved at all. Yes, can you help us out? Of course, that's why we're here. Now that Dogi's on the scene, you guys have nothing to worry about. Let's get to it then. Ah. These will take people to do, huh? Come on, Adol, let's clear this log. This tree looks rather heavy, but I think we'll have enough people to move it. Let's give it a shot, Adol.
Heave-ho. There's a castaway up ahead, yeah? So we gotta get over there. Just say the word, Adol.
I wonder if 4 men is really enough to move this tree. I mean, we won't know unless we try. It says it needs 5 people, yet really, if you think about it, only 4 people are doing this.
All right, let's clean it up.
Yes!
Oh.
There we go.
Thanks, everyone.
Phew, that was tiring.
I'm tired too, but it seems we finally made some progress.
Gah, wonder what we should have done if the others hadn't shown up.
We might need everyone's help again if we encounter more obstructions in the future. If we find more castaways, I hope they will be willing to help us.
We just gotta take things one step at a time is all.
Adol.
Little Paro, what are you still doing here? Oh my god.
I see, from Sky, I tell you, you thank me. Man, what's this bird's deal anyway? Don't ask me.
I'm just a bird. I know nothing.
Wow. He really insulted his own intelligence.
See for yourself.
That bird cracks me up.
Yes. Stilted speech aside, he has already proven to be very helpful. Well, now that everything is squared away, let's continue moving.
Now, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh dang, the music changed now.
Ooh, we got new enemies on the board. Yeah, put that thing down. Wow, it's already on the ground. Here we are. What is that, a seahorse?
I got stronger again.
Whoa. Alright. Ooh, I'm worried about that. Looks like some sort of seal. Let's try not grabbing its attention while never mind. Already failed doing that. Oh. Ooh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, this ain't good. Oh no. You know what? Here, take this. Wow, that did a lot. Not at all.
Oh, there's something there.
Sturdy lumber, hey. I should go back to camp with this. Building beds. Oh, looks like you've brought the 3 sturdy lumber I asked for. I have them. Thank you. I'll start making the beds. Nice.
At least we have real beds. I would prefer fluffier bedding than this, but this should help us sleep easier.
Good for you, you little lady. But if you ask me, sleeping on the floor ain't all that bad. Right, Adol?
Hammocks are the best.
True, hammocks do feel pretty nice.
They do. But beds are obviously superior. How is this even open for debate? You two, I swear. At least the captain is thoughtful. Thank you for being so considerate.
Oh, there's no need to thank me. Well, I should be thanking you for gathering the materials and helping me build them.
That's quite alright. Now, this was a nice change of pace for us. I must say I didn't expect you to be such a jack-of-all-trades, Captain. The framework for these beds is quite remarkable.
Yeah, if I had to build a bed, I'd probably end up looking like a table with a blanket draped over it.
Where did you learn to do this anyway?
I've dabbled in many trades over the years. Carpentry, cargo loading, shipwright. Even now, my daughter still asks me to make furniture for her. You don't say. Glad to hear glad to hear you and your daughter are so close.
Thank you. Anyway, thank you for helping me with this.
I'll do whatever I can to make sure everyone is comfortable until we get off this island. If you ever get tired while you're exploring, feel free to rest here any time.
We will, thank you.
Great job, everyone.
So, we have that. Put up Adel's Adel's defense. Well, with that, we should be... hold on. What happens if I rest?
Father,
What was that?
where are you?
Did I hear Waxia say something about her father? Interesting. Interesting indeed. Dang it, I'm not trying to... It's like, oh, you want to save? No, I'm really trying to open up something else. Okay, so our missions are cleared. I'm trying to open up our big map, and I keep forgetting how you do such things. Wait a minute, where's the fast travel? Oh, really? We can only fast travel like this? Oh, crap, I gotta run all the way back. Alright, let's just go and not fight anything then. All that fighting is supposed to be left for me to deal with later, when I do my level grinding stuff. I'll at least fight new enemies, but old ones I don't need to deal with. Do you guys need to be fighting? Hey. Excuse me.
Alright. What's biting today?
Damn. Oh. Ooh, it's something bigger.
This is going
Oh.
Oh, it's
Caught. Oh. Alright. Whoa, what the? I love how
Darn it.
Adel's reaction was, oh, well, okay, Adel.
what's biting today? I got one.
Ooh, what do we got?
Awesome.
Ah, something different. Just love the look on his face. It's like, oh yeah, I did that. One more.
Darn it.
What are you darnating for?
Fight.
There we are.
Well, better
Ah.
than nothing.
Okay. Not a whole lot. Whole lot of nothing, mostly. I'm not seeing a fishing spot there, so no. Alright, let's go ahead and run through this area. What is that? An impressive discovery made on the Isle of Siren.
What a beautiful view.
Yeah, I'd say that'd be unforgettable. How would you forget something like that? What a captivating sight. Its beauty is mesmerizing. You know, this weird-looking rock might be good for a landmark. We should note this location on our map. Okay.
Oh, something's there.
Go, Han!
No. Dang, that thing. Dang, oh my god. Waxy and Adel took some hits. Why around it? Oh. Okay, let's take a second, because Adel needs some help. Yeesh. There's a chest right there. Is this always going to be better than using healing items, which I don't have many of those? How many of those do I have? Quite a few things. Oh, these will do revive. Nice. Wait, I thought I used the revive medicine. Huh. Weird. Come on, get up there. Not everyone has the patience. I think I am moving a little slower in the water.
Oh, there's something there.
Or can you oh my god. This was not in my plans. Okay. I don't even know how much XP these things be giving us. Ow, that hits a wall. Oh no, come on. At all. Did we have an autosave? Like, right here? What time is it? It's 9:19 it says on here. Just take the autosave.